Hello, I'm Taiye Selasi. My book is Ghana Must Go. It took me 2 years to write Ghana Must Go, moment of conception to last word typed. But the entire idea sort of arrived whole in exactly the same moment. And the novel is very much so the story of a family, a West African family, Nigerian and Ghanaian, who move to the States to pursue their fortune and succeed, only to then fall apart for reasons both within and without of their control. In the first part of the novel, the father dies. In the second part, the 4 adult children and his ex-wife discover the news. And in the third part, all of them go to Ghana for his funeral, where the same things happen that happen sort of at all family gatherings, whether in miniature or exaggerated splendor, meaning the siblings fight, the mother cries, and reconciliation is achieved.
When you said that the idea arrived to you whole, can you explain a bit about that? How did it come to you?
Well, I should say all ideas come to me that way. So when I have an idea for a story, a play, a screenplay, a short story, or in this singular case, a novel, it's almost always the case that the whole thing is right there. I know who the characters are, I know their names, I know their backstory, I know what happens to them, and I know always how the thing will end. The work, then, the journey and the adventure, is to figure out. It's a bit like knowing what your destination is, but not yet having the map, not yet having planned the route. So I know where all the main stops are, but then it's a question of picking every little tiny left turn, right turn, go straight, don't stop. Writing a novel compared to writing a screenplay, compared to writing a short story, and compared to taking photographs is excruciatingly painful. What photography and screenplays have on fiction is software. I mean, to write a screenplay, I use Final Draft to take my pictures. I have a wonderful Canon at my side. For both the short fiction and the novel, it's just you and your word processor, and that's okay for the short story, because after 20 or, in one case, 40 pages, it's all over. But the funny thing about writing a novel, I used to run track, and I remember I always ran the 100-meter dash and the 200-meter dash. And one day my coach told me, oh, just run the 400. It's just like the 200 2 times. So I thought, yeah, okay, the 200 2 times. I can run the 200 in 24 seconds. I'm sure I can run the 400 in 48. Yeah, what he didn't mention is that having gone 200 meters at full speed, the next 200 meters, I mean, it was like nothing I'd ever done before. Writing a novel compared to a short story is exactly that same way. I'd gone 200 meters many times, and then when I tried to go the full track round, I discovered exactly how much courage, how much perseverance it takes, but then how much joy it ultimately yields.
So with that in mind, and this is something I've asked quite a lot of people today who've, obviously everyone's writing their first novel, but
Yeah.
who've expressed these same feelings. There's a lot of people who feel like that, so do ask them about it. But I've asked them, do you think you'll return to the novel, or do you think you ran that 400 meters?
Yeah, and I'll never do it
Or,
again. Unfortunately or fortunately, I signed a 2-book deal, so I'm sort of contractually obliged to run that race again. Many people have suggested that writing your first book is like having your first child. Though I've never had a child, so I can't really speak to the efficacy of the metaphor, feel that it must be more like sending your first child to kindergarten, in the sense that you've spent these years nurturing it and being with it every day, forging this really intimate one-on-one relationship with it, and now it has to go out into the world and you can't go with it. And I think the overwhelming sensation that I have is of letting the novel go, hoping it makes friends in school, but knowing that I can't go with it.